Echoes of the Orient warmly welcomes you. Do not pity others lightly. In life, many believe that kindness and compassion always bring about goodness. But is that always the case? Could it be that misplaced pity becomes the root of tragedy, not only for the one who receives it, but also for the one who offers it? In today's video, we'll explore a profound perspective drawn from the wisdom of the ancients. Why should we be cautious about interfering with the fate of others? Let us listen and reflect together. In today's fast-paced modern world, we are often taught to live kindly, to help others, and to always be forgiving. These teachings have become a kind of moral standard encouraged by society. However, hidden within the ancient wisdom of our ancestors lies a perspective that is somewhat different, perhaps even startling. If we pity others excessively, we risk dragging ourselves into a cycle of unnecessary suffering. There is an old saying, "Whomever you pity, you will end up shouldering their fate." At first glance, this might sound cold, even heartless. But if we pause and reflect, we may uncover a layer of profound wisdom behind its austere tone. One that speaks to the delicate balance between human compassion and personal destiny. In many cases, our pity does not arise from a deep understanding of the other person's life or struggles. Instead, it often emerges as an impulsive reaction to pain driven by fleeting emotions, momentary softness in our hearts, or worse, by a subtle yet dangerous illusion that we can somehow save someone by taking on their burdens, their mistakes, and the consequences meant for them. The truth is, no matter how deeply we care about someone, we can't live their life for them. Vertigistum is born with their own unique journey, one filled with lessons they have to face and learn on their own. And more importantly, the consequences of our actions, what some might call karma, are things no one else can carry for us. We can walk alongside someone and love them, support them, and be there when they need us, but we can't step in and do the hard parts for them. When we try to interfere too much, we don't just exhaust ourselves. We might unintentionally rob them of something vital, the chance to grow, the chance to take responsibility, to overcome hardship, and to evolve through their own lived experience. I remember hearing a story about a man who went above and beyond to help his cousin who was facing financial difficulties. At first, it was just small amounts of a few $100s. Then it grew to a few thousand, and eventually tens of thousands. He thought simply, "I have the means to help, and since this is family, there's no reason to say no." But then a heartbreaking truth was revealed. His cousin had used the money for gambling and betting. He borrowed more and more, sinking deeper into a cycle of mistakes with no way out. It was then that the man bitterly realized that his unconditional help had in fact unintentionally contributed to his cousin's downfall. What was even more painful was that he was misunderstood by his own family as being stingy and heartless when he eventually had to say no to further unreasonable loan requests. This story serves as a clear reminder. Kindness, if not accompanied by wisdom, can easily become a double-edged sword, leading to unforeseen consequences for both the giver and the receiver. So what does it really mean to have wisdom in kindness? It's not just about being nice or having good intentions. It's about knowing your limits and recognizing the limits of others too. True wisdom is knowing when to reach out a helping hand and when to quietly step back so someone has the space to face their challenges and grow. It doesn't cancel out kindness. In fact, it guides it. It keeps our compassion from turning into something misguided or taken for granted. Imagine a close friend struggling in a high-pressure job. You want to help, you want to take some of that weight off their shoulders. But if you step in every day and take on the heavy lifting for them, how will they ever learn to manage their time, regulate their emotions, or figure out whether this path is truly right for them? Some lessons can't be learned secondhand, and some failures are necessary for people to discover their own inner strength. It's kind of like watching a child learn how to walk. If we catch them every single time they wobble, they'll never learn how to balance on their own. A scraped knee might sting for a while, but that moment teaches them about gravity, about the limits of their body, and about the patience it takes to keep trying. In the same way, when someone is going through pain, what they need might not be a hug or advice right away, but space. A quiet moment to sit with their emotions and really face what's going on inside. Sometimes silence can be more healing than any comforting word. In life, kindness can't be something that's completely unconditional or without limits. If we try too hard to please everyone, we eventually lose ourselves, our boundaries, our principles, and the core values that shape who we are. Maybe you've experienced this before, lending money that was never paid back, giving your time to help someone who didn't appreciate it, or sacrificing too much in one-sided relationships. Situations like that often leave us drained, hurt, and questioning whether kindness is even worth it. That's why true compassion isn't about constantly rushing in to save everyone. It's about knowing when to step back. It's about understanding that sometimes silence offers more support than words, and that walking away at the right time can be an act of love, not abandonment. Think of a good guide, not someone who drags you through every step, but someone who shows up when you're lost, points you in the right direction, and then lets you walk the path on your own. There are friends and loved ones, no matter how much we care for them. There are limits we cannot cross to intervene deeply in their lives. This is not because we are indifferent or careless, but because we understand that there are pains they must overcome on their own. They need to make their own choices, stumble and rise again. After those falls, it is their own path, their own karma, which no one can replace or bear for them. And if we try to shoulder those burdens on their behalf, not only will we fail to truly help anyone, but we also risk bringing unnecessary suffering upon ourselves. The ancients taught us to live with a kind heart, but that kindness must come with clear boundaries. Do not easily shed tears for the plight of others without fully understanding the situation. Do not rush to offer help when they have not yet truly asked for it. Help when you genuinely have the ability, not only in material terms, but also emotionally, and most importantly, when you truly understand that your help is needed and will bring real value to the one receiving it. There's a powerful image I'd like to share. When you're swimming in a fast-flowing river, if you see someone drowning, you won't be able to save them if you're exhausted yourself and at risk of sinking. Sometimes the best thing we can do is stand on the shore, throw them a lifeline, and let them decide whether they'll try to swim toward the shore to grab it or give up. In this life, always remember that kindness is incredibly valuable, but it is wisdom that acts as the compass guiding kindness in the right direction. Don't let fleeting emotions drag us into tragedies that don't belong to us. Keep your compassionate heart paired with the clarity it needs. Be grateful that we have enough to give, but also wise enough to avoid unnecessary cycles of suffering. Above all, always respect each person's individual journey. Sometimes true love isn't about trying to keep them by your side, but having the courage to let go, allowing them to navigate the shadows of their own life and find the light at the end of their own path. Life is a complex current where kindness, if not guided by wisdom, becomes a rudderless boat easily lost and sinking. We can't save everyone, nor should we turn ourselves into a lifeline for every sorrow. What we can do is keep a compassionate heart, but always accompanied by clear-sighted judgment. Dear friend, if anything in this video has made you reflect, resonate, or see yourself in it, take a moment to pause, write down your thoughts, or share your story in the comments below. We are always here to listen, with respect and understanding. And if you appreciate quiet, profound perspectives drawn from ancient wisdom, don't forget to subscribe to Echoes of the Orient and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss our latest videos. Every week we'll bring you a gentle slice of the East, where ancient words continue to echo through today's world. Echoes of the Orient, where ancient sounds find their listeners.